What's going on, guys? My name is Ethan. Welcome back to another video. We are here to play some Dead by Daylight. Now, due to the recent news and reveals of Springtrap, it's been making me more excited to play Dead by Daylight. So, I thought, why not make a series of me playing every single killer and maybe survivor, not every survivor, obviously, but maybe as a survivor in the future, in Dead by Daylight. So if anyone's never played Dead by Daylight before, here's the basic conceptus, I guess, of it. You play as either a survivor or a killer. It is a 4v1, 4 survivors and 1 killer. The survivors have to fix generators in order to escape, and the killer has to, well, kill them. That's pretty self-explanatory. Each killer has a very unique power for that killer alone. So, for example, a killer can have a teleporting ability. A killer can have some basic ability, like that kind of thing. It's all very self-explanatory once you actually end up playing the game. So, in this video, we're going to be playing as the first ever killer, which is Trapper. Now, Trapper's power is probably one of the most confusing in the entire game. He can place bear traps. That is it. There you go. That's the whole power in a nutshell. You spawn with 2 bear traps, and around the map, there are a ton more. You can only carry a max of 2, I believe. I don't believe any add-ons changed that. I'm not 100% sure on that because I never did that. And, yeah, very easy. You can place bear traps. There's a ton of bear traps around the map, so if you run out, you can pick them up, or you can just reset them wherever they are. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be explaining everything that I found interesting about the character, or some strategies I developed while playing Dead by Daylight as Trapper. So any brand new players to the game, heck, even if my girlfriend or friends are watching, this will kind of give you a good guide of, okay, here's what Trapper is, here's some strategies, and here is what you can kind of do to make him better, necessarily. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into game number 1. This took so long to record because I swear to God, the queue times took about 5 to 10 minutes each. I am not exaggerating when I say 5 to 10 minutes each. It was that long. Let's get right into this. Game number 1. Started off with me finding a girl falling from the ceiling and into the sweet, sweet embrace of my blade. Now, before, of course, she tried to escape, I made her... I slashed her and made her fall on her face. And, as every good man does when he sees someone laying on the floor, he places her on a meat hook. Gotta love this game. Unfortunately, they ended up getting free, but I put them right back where they belong, before starting to chase down a Leon skin and throwing him into the dark abyss, which is the basement. The next bit was just kind of me breaking generators and placing down some smartly placed bear traps behind windows and doorways, which actually ended up getting someone. So I took them to the basement as well. You know, now they're friends together. Now they can have company. Okay, never mind. One of them died. So sad. And now it is a 1v3. So when someone dies, they're completely gone, which means the survivors are now at a disadvantage. Then I decided to relax a little bit, and I found another girl. I think it's the same one I found beforehand, working on a generator. So, you know, I slashed at her, and I ended up hanging her and making it a 1v2. With 2 generators left for them to fix, I felt pretty confident in myself that I could actually win, and I used my mastery of the sneak attack and yoinked a man off of the generator, which was hilarious. And I eventually hung him, but his friend swiftly came to his aid. Like, it was fast. He fixed a generator and came to his aid. It was incredible, honestly. I ended up chasing him down, and yeah, hit him once, hit him twice, and now it is a 1v1 against Envy of Darkness. He got the last generator, but you know, I had a plan. I was gonna use bear traps to block the exits so I could find him. And, you know, during this time, I set up my bear traps. I had nothing else to do until one of them went off. So I searched some lockers, and what do I find? Him! So I hung him on the hook and sacrificed him to the spider god, which is called the Entity. And I actually won my first game. I don't know how I did it, but I did it, so I'll take that anytime. Game 2, I placed a bear trap behind a window to start the game. Like normal. I then chased down this weird skin, I don't know, until I eventually got the jump on her, literally, and knocked her down. Once I placed her on the hook, I instantly found a friend to show my meat cleaver. He unhooked the survivor, but I ended up getting the last laugh by making him take her place. I placed some bear traps before body blocking this one person and hooking them before finding another survivor. It was just a slasher's dream over here. Like, we're having a party. I did actually a really smart thing here. As you can see, the girl is behind the wall, obviously, but her back is to a wall, so she can't really run away. So I decided to use this time by placing a bear trap, and I ended up getting the jump on her because she really couldn't escape the whole damn thing. I don't know. I even trapped this man who tried to go for a gem with a bear trap. They were being extremely useful for now. I heard the groans of a man in the closet, so I exposed him for everyone to see and probably killed him. I found someone trying to save their friend, and we played a deadly game of Ring Around the Rosie before killing them or knocking them. Whatever you prefer. I think killing them sounds a lot more epic, but then again, it's literally just knocking them, so maybe we'll stick with that one. Then this person tried to save their friend, but I hit her. She ran into my bear trap, which actually was kind of hilarious here. Then, sacrifice to the entity for some reason. I don't know why they're being sacrificed. Sure, I would just rather murder them, but if you want to sacrifice them, fine. Once it was down to me and the final survivor, I knew I was going to win. I knocked him down. He got his friend off, though, right before, so I chased her, put her back on the hook, and used the Mori, which is basically an insta-kill animation at the end of the game that you can do when everyone's dead but one person, and killed him. Back-to-back wins, man. I'll take it. I'll take back-to-back wins anytime. Game 3, you guessed it. We started off by placing a bear trap behind a window. This game is kind of where I started to have a little bit of trouble. My first knock only came after a gen was fixed, so it was a pretty rocky start. Got a second knock a little bit later and hooked them. I then chased this one guy for what felt like hours until I finally caught up to him. In hindsight, I really should have just left him to hunt other survivors that were less skilled, but I mean, you live and you learn. With one Jeff left though, I knocked this girl. I was freaking stressed, man. There were 3 people to kill, and they just fixed the generator. I didn't know how I was going to do it until I eventually caught this man with a cleaver as he fell from the sky. He was trying to be a bird, so eventually he landed my bear trap, which, I mean, I guess it's close enough to a bird trap, so we'll count it. I hunted another person, and then another. Eventually I killed one person and locked the other one in the basement. Unfortunately, the final 2 people escaped, so technically lost, but hey, I still killed half the lobby, so I am not mad whatsoever. Game 4, another bear trap to start. I was getting trolled by these 2 girls, but they got a little too close and fell flat on their face. One tried to disable my trap, so I smacked them and hung them. Knocked another person, making it 3 down and only 1 person that was still alive. I was about to win right here. Never mind, they all got free somehow. I don't know. I think I'm just bad at my job. I think I might have to. I might be getting fired. I finally caught someone trying to leave a house through a window, so I decided to be a good homeowner and put them down. I wasted no time when I saw 2 people healing, chased them down, and I even knocked one in the process. I did get bamboozled by this person, but not the second time, and I got them hooked up. There was only 1 generator left, and I felt all hope was lost, but I caught another guy, had a little bit of issues picking him up, but eventually got him to the basement, with a couple of bear traps around for good measure. One tried to escape me, but realized I had bear traps outside the window, so basically she just kind of sacrificed herself to me. And I tried going for the other one, but I got blinded, so I decided, let's just take this one to the basement. As I'm heading down to the basement, one tries to sneak up behind me, so I turn, 1 hit, down for the count, and I sacrifice all 3 of them in this pretty cool scene. So, yeah, that's another W. That is 3 times we have technically won and sacrificed everyone. This is a good start. Game 5 started off with me actually doing something different this time. I started chasing this girl until I eventually led her into a bear trap. This is the most effective way to use them. Lure them toward it and trap them alive, because if you hit them while they're in a bear trap, they instantly go down. You know, it's not one health state, it's an instant down. I then heard a generator go off, so I swiftly went to go and attack one of the 3 people that had literally just finished it. She thought she could escape, but she couldn't. I then chased someone around the corner, hit her once, and then went completely blind. When my vision was restored, it was a guy. That's a change. I ended up chasing him until he met the sweet embrace of the meat cleaver. This person saved the girl, so I chased her. She thought she could blind me, but this time I was wearing my cool shades and knocked her to the ground. I then found this man through the killer shack, and so hunted him down until he ran into my bear trap. Perfect for collecting animal and people. Later on, a different person fell right into the exact same bear trap. Take notes, future Trapper players. If you are playing on this map, this is the place to put for easy downs. I chased another girl into another bear trap. These things were set up perfectly. I think they're just attracted to them. This guy though ran right over my bear trap, didn't trigger it. I still don't know how that happened. Then he decided to run into me, which made me now the bear trap. So swiftly took him out to make it now a 1v2. The generator helped me find, due to my perks, found another girl hiding behind a tree, and so I attacked her. Now, something I should know is that when there is only one survivor alive, they can either finish the generators or find a hatch. The hatch only spawns when there's one survivor left, and it allows them to escape the map without finishing generators or opening the doors. If the killer gets it, then the game ends. Then they have to try and exit through one of the doors, but they have a time limit. Versus, if a survivor gets it, they instantly escape and the game ends. You can kind of see what happened there, but 3 kills is still not bad. Game 6 was just sad. I couldn't even kill one person. They all escaped. Man, I suck. The only interesting thing that happened in Game 7 was that I killed this DTV Sweat. Yeah, that's it. Game 8, I lagged out of the match. So I don't know if I win or lose, but hey, still got 1 kill, so it counts for something. Game 9 also went very poorly, with this being my only full kill. Game 10 started off poorly. We're in now double digits, and we've got only 1 knock when they have 2 gens left. I think it's time for tryhard mode.
Please shut the fuck up, man. Got this. She bustin' in my gun. Motherfuckers always talking. You can take it from the top. AR-15 and they give me with a stop. Keep on talking, I'ma kill you, motherfucker. Oh my god. Got his shot, make a fucking body drop. Deadlock with a up when I put up in spot. That bitch with a trying to give me everything she got. If you run up on me, little their bodies dropping like a knot. Switch blade in my hand, I'm finna send her to the crib. Diamonds dance, I'ma breeze that bitch in the way. Chopper fully automatic and I came away. Grade that bitch in the crib. I got my hands up on the hip. Got my hand up on the stomach cause I'm really feeling sick. I just done it through these dancing cause I'm really fucking rich. Got her body on the public cause he acting like a bitch. I be out here in the field, but you know I keep it straight to the bank with a dream. I invest a dead Glock with a beam and a trigger and I'm pressing it. Send it to the grave, he's a motherfucking resident. All my friends are dead, got a pocket full of presidents. Money is the more than think they can get the presidents. All about a man, motherfucker, put your hands on. Shoot him in his pants if they really want to stand. Wait till in his hands, I'm about to turn the fans on.
And that's the W, baby. Let's go! Game 11. Found someone who was AFK for a little bit too long, and I got the jump on her. I hit her once, but as I hit her, someone got trapped. So I decided to make them a painful visit. The next person tried to juke me, but oh, we've been through this before. You cannot out-juke me all the time. I got her once, I got her twice, and she was down for the count. To be honest, I still don't know how I get this person. You tell me. I finally chased her down and collected her body, put it on a hook, and set up a bear trap nearby for good measure. I was too slow to catch this person after they got trapped, but I hit someone else and hunted him down, stalking him until I striked. As I was placing a bear trap, I stumbled into a girl who was trying to find her way home. Stay inside. There's a murderer on the loose. Don't worry. I hung her up so her family could find her, and she couldn't get into a bit more trouble. I was mad no gens were getting done, so I kicked one just because it was fun. And who knows, maybe I'll turn them on. Am I trying to help the survivors? I don't know. This person kissed a tree. How dare she? I sacrificed this girl and this girl, and finally, this guy. But unfortunately, one escaped through the vault. How disappointing. 3 kills though, not bad. Game 12 started off great. I first knocked this girl, and then I knocked this guy. I found a friend who thought she was a bear because she stepped in my trap. Don't worry, I saved her by slashing her in the back. This man thought he could blend in, but I just got my new contacts, so I could see everything. He was fast, but I was smart. This girl was running like hell for me. For some reason, I think I look very gentle. I feel like I'm just a teddy bear. She ended up throwing herself out a window into a bear trap. I'm telling you, windows and pallets are the best places for traps. They never expect them. Also, I realized I killed someone, so hey, 1v3. Hey, another bear trap! I think they just love being trapped. This girl wanted to die by falling off a cliff, so I gave her a gentle push to help her out. When I picked her up, she stabbed me, so I decided to return the favor. Another great example of overpowered bear traps! The final guy did a generator. That was a big mistake because I got him and won the game like a beast. We don't need to talk about Game 13. Or Game 14. Game 15 went great. We actually ended up winning this one. And then immediately after in Game 16, everyone escaped. I killed everyone in Game 16 to the point where after all of her friends were dead, I think this girl just ended up accepting her fate. I forced her to watch her friend die. And then I finished the job of killing her myself. Game 18 was piss poor. I couldn't even get a single kill. Much of the same for Game 19. I feel like this girl was pitying me at the end. Unfortunately for Game 20, I didn't have audio. It didn't matter, but hey, still got a kill. So guys, that was the last game of the 20 games. Now I finished off with 42 kills out of a potential 80, which means we averaged about 2.1 kills per game, which is pretty damn good. We killed half the lobby approximately every single game. Now, I finished off with a record of 7 wins, 12 losses, and 1 game which will forever be known as unknown because I lagged out, so I never know if I could have won that and made a comeback or I could have lost that. We never know. Now, it's time to talk about what I learned. So Trapper is a very, very basic killer. And that's something that is very prevalent in the fact that his traps aren't the most effective. If survivors can disable them, it becomes very difficult to use them in certain scenarios. Still, to me, the best strategy I can give to anyone who is learning to play Trapper or plays Trapper, the best advice that I can give you from my experience is put them behind windows, because when they're jumping out, they really can't see them, or behind pallets, because a lot of time when they're going to go drop a pallet, it's right there, they land in it, or they slide across a pallet and land in it as well. And if you have traps set up at certain pallets or windows, try and lure the survivors in that direction by chasing them in that direction so that your traps can become more useful. There are some times where I got lucky traps near generators and stuff, but later on, if you guys saw, my competition got better because I was doing really good in my games. My best advice still is behind walls, behind pallets, and just circle tight around, and you should be fine. But that is my opinion of Trapper. Now it's time for us to actually go and rank them on a tier list. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to actually rank Trapper. Now, for me, he was fun. He had a good power. Sorry, he had an okay power. I can't say good. He had a good power at the beginning until I realized you can disable his traps. So his powers are only okay now. He was he was kind of easy to learn. Kind of like easy to learn like where to put the traps and how to use the killer in general. He's basically just a slashing killer with occasional bear trap helping out. And he can control the map okay, I guess. He can control a quarter of a map really strong, but other than that, really debatable on that point. But for me, I would put Trapper in, as you can see, we have a lot of tiers here. We're going to put him in C+ tier. I think C+ is definitely the right tier for him, because I just think it makes the most sense. So, yeah, C+ tier for Trapper, in my opinion. Next time, though, we will be doing Wraith. But if you guys want to comment down below on this video specifically, whatever killer you want. If you want me to skip we're obviously doing Wraith next because by the time this video comes out, I most likely will have the Wraith video recorded. But let's say you guys comment, oh, we want to see Nemesis. I will play Nemesis after Wraith, and then whatever comments the Wraith video gets, that'll be the one that comes out next. So let's say people are asking for Chucky, we'll do Chucky, or we'll do the brand new Ghoul, or when FNAF comes out, we could do the animatronic. It is all dependent on you guys, but I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please do leave a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.